Odin, a 2-1 defeat this afternoon to Mansfield Town. A really frustrating afternoon of football, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think we started very poorly today, as we have done in a few of the games this season. It's something that we know we need to work on. And again, I think we just left ourselves with a bit too much to do in the end, and we just couldn't find that second goal.
And it was individual errors in the first half, wasn't it, I suppose, that put you down by 2 goals at the break. When you look back on that, that's going to be really frustrating, because the rest of it, I suppose you did the simple things right.
Yeah, I mean, individual errors, that seems to be what's doing us in at the moment. But I mean, the lads understand that. We know that it will, even though it's individual errors, there's still stuff that we can do to prevent the goal from still happening. So I think we're all in it together. Whoever makes a mistake, whether it's myself or someone else, we just got to bounce back from it. And I think to go away to Barrow, I think that's a perfect opportunity to go and put things right again.
And while those moments in the first half were frustrating, you can take so many positives from the second half. Of course, your goal, to name just one.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we had chances. We had a lot of chances, but I feel like we need to start creating more chances earlier on in the game. I feel like it's easier to create chances when teams sit off us and let kind of invite the pressure onto them. Whereas I think if we do that from the very start, I think we start scoring earlier and not leaving ourselves with too much to do in the end.
And it was such a dominant second half performance. It felt like you were really in the heart of it as well, creating chances, but it just didn't quite drop, did it?
No, I mean that's something I've strive myself on, is trying to create and score as many opportunities as I possibly can. So if I don't do that, I'm quite frustrated. And luckily today I found a goal, but again it wasn't enough. So it doesn't really mean too much to me, because we didn't get a point, or at least 3 points from it today.
Can you talk us through that goal?
Yeah, I think the ball just dropped to me, dropped in the right area. I just managed to turn and get it in the end. So I think, as I said, delighted to score, but it didn't give us anything from the game, so a bit disappointed.
And while the goal in itself wasn't a set piece routine, you can see that the free kicks and corners have really had work done on them recently, and they are providing more of a threat. Yeah,
no, definitely. I think that's something that we've all been trying to work on, and as you said, it's showing out there on the pitch. I think if we just tweak a few things, I feel like we start turning teams over a lot more than we are.
So what are the key things that the side are going to take away from this game this afternoon?
I think it's just all about how we start. I feel like we've got to be starting better games. I feel like we've got to come out the blocks sharp. Whereas I feel like we're just a little bit sluggish, a bit slow to get off. I mean, it's every single one of them. It's not just 1 or 2 players, or it's a whole collective. It's a whole team. So I think we know that, we understand that. So we need to go away to Barrow, put it right, come out the block sharp, and hopefully go up early on in the game.
And that's been mentioned a few times, hasn't it? Coming out a little bit slow at the start of the first half. At the start of the second half, not the case at all. Out quickly, and Jake Young testing the keeper within a matter of minutes. So that's sort of the energy you want to channel and take into the game from the first whistle, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, as I said, we know it ourselves, but we just have to do it. Do you know what I mean? We have to start putting the words into action, so to say. So I think that's the main thing.
And obviously there's a lot of frustration and anger. You could see it at the final whistle, all the players down on their haunches. Is it something you can take that frustration into Saturday's game after a long week of training? Yeah,
I mean, for me personally, I think we just put it behind us. We know what we've done wrong today. I think we move on. We're a good team, a good bunch of lads. We just got to stay positive. I think we're going to lose games this season, and that's just a fact. And that it's about how we bounce back from it. So I don't really like dwelling on what's happened in the past. That game's gone. Now we go and put it right against Barrow.
So you reflect. Comes Sunday and Monday training, you take the negatives, put them behind you, pick out the positives, and put them into force against Barrow. Is that right?
No, definitely. I think you have to look at what you done well and what you done bad, and I think that's what we definitely will do. I mean, we just need to look at it, but ultimately it's gone, and we can only put it right again in the next game.